Hi guys, and welcome back to Tangy Tea of Life. I'm your host Veronica. My co-host Brittany is back with us tonight. We have two special guests sitting with us tonight. Jaeger Tedder and Tori Williams is back with us tonight. Welcome guys. Well, welcome Jaeger to the official.
Tori's not new to this.
I mean, with a bunch of old pros, apparently.
Tori has been with us maybe plenty of times now. So guys, everyone know that it is Lovers Week this week. Valentine's Day is coming upon us really fast. So we're going to talk about some things that relates to love and relationships and all that juicy stuff, all right? So tonight we're going to kick it off about put a ring on it. How long would you wait for someone to put a ring on your finger? Because you know this week a lot of people probably will be getting proposed to this week because it's Valentine's, and you know it's a special day. A lot of people make that special day to propose to their significant other.
The holidays, the Valentine's. As a wedding photographer, I looked at the stats.
Right.
These are real numbers. Holidays? Probably Thanksgiving to Valentine's. That's the big time. Getting married, proposal. I shouldn't say get married, but that's the proposal time. That's the hot spot.
A hot
The
spot.
hot
like
Right.
ladies be getting their nails and stuff done, waiting, hoping that they're gonna get proposed to
Every day, keeping it right and tight.
So we've had it wrong all along. Just need to get it done Thanksgiving and Valentine's Day.
Yeah, keep the
4-month
nails.
lock.
So how long would you wait for someone to put a ring on it?
I want to hear what y'all say first, because I'm going to come in with the mop and clean it up on the end. As the gentleman here, I know on this show it feels like when you're in a role like the male role, you got to represent the gender. I do not represent the gender, and if I say anything that the gender disagrees with, please don't beat me up when you see me.
So let's say if you've been in a relationship for a year or two, are you going to start pressing your boyfriend or your girlfriend?
No.
Will you start pressing them and be like, it's about that time for us to get married? Like,
No.
what's good?
I say no, but I think my opinion differs slightly because I have children in the mix. So for me, I would give it a little more time than somebody who maybe did not have children. Because, I kind of,
You're constantly running them background checks on them.
Yeah,
Make sure that they're kid compatible.
waiting on the ball to drop,
So you're saying if you have kids, you definitely should wait.
Yeah, I think.
Now, are you waiting because you're waiting to introduce your kids to the man, or are you waiting just to make sure?
I guess just to make sure, because for me, the older I get, the quicker it seems like a year goes by. Like when I was a kid, it seemed like it took forever for Christmas break to come, or it took forever for summer to come. But now it's like a year goes by like that. So for me to think that I met someone fresh, like didn't know them at all, we didn't grow up in the same town, didn't know you from school, met you fresh, and within a year we're married. To me, I feel like there's no way I can know everything there is to know about you. And when I'm getting married, I want to know everything about you. I want to feel like.
But there's no way.
There is no way, but I feel like I need to know you deeper than what I could have possibly gathered in a year of dating.
You don't want your kids to have 27 uncles who
Yeah.
disappeared now.
I don't want to be discovering. I don't want to
Uncle
find
Joe's
out
gone.
3 years into a marriage that, you got a stepbrother? Oh, that's not your real mom? Oh, because I feel like in your first year, especially if it's a stranger, complete stranger.
Yeah.
You guys met, you're dating, talking. Stuff is kind of slow when you first meet somebody. The text messages, the FaceTimes, go places here and there. You could easily kill 6 weeks of that year.
Yeah.
6 weeks of that year just simply text messaging, FaceTiming here and there.
Well, say if what I was gonna say.
Well, I work fast. I don't have a whole lot of interesting things to go off of. So you can figure me out in the night pretty much.
I lost my train of thought.
Oh, well, you're going to bring up, so you got when you meet, and then you also got when somebody proposes, and how long kind of after that too, right? Mm-hmm. So.
I mean, the proposal is a good step. I don't think anybody needs to be engaged 15 years, but.
Was it perpetuity, that word I can't pronounce?
If it's like like love at first sight. That is real.
It happens.
It is real.
It's unicorn level,
But it's dangerous.
real.
It is dangerous, but I mean, is
Because for me, I feel like I only want to go down that road once if I can help it.
yeah.
If I can help it, I only want to go down
We
that
all
road
wish
once. So
that.
even if I felt I met someone, I'm like, this is the love of my life, there's no turning back, I wouldn't want to rush into it and risk 5 months from now discovering something that's just a deal breaker. And now I either got to live with that deal breaker or walk away.
Well, you got the flip side where you do wait and it still crashes and burns.
Yes, exactly.
So-
That's what I was going to say. You wait. I
There's
mean,
no
either way
rules.
you look at it, no marriage is perfect.
Yeah.
Like no relationship is perfect. So even if you wait, like you said, if you wait 5 years and be like, okay, it's time. He is the one. And then within 3 months, something happened, and you'd be like, this dude wait until we got married to show his wrong. Right.
But you know, that's another risk with waiting so long. Because I feel like, let's say we've been dating forever. We've been doing this forever. It's just, you know, it's our thing. I know you don't want nobody else and I don't want nobody else. This is just it for us. And we've done this so long, I feel like it could almost scare a person, especially a man. If you put that pressure on them to like, something's got to give.
Yeah.
I feel if we've been doing this so long, like why we got to change? I feel like that's what they feel
But
like, and that's what they think.
long-
Can we
how
ask
long
the
are we-
male? Can we chime in with me?
I'm like, how long are we
The
going to play
pressure.
marriage? I mean, how long are we going to play
This-
house, though?
This,
Right.
as the camera shows my angelic white shirt, I'm glowing right here, so you can take everything that I say and roll with it. Pressure. I know it bursts pipes and it makes diamonds. All right, ladies. So maybe a little bit of pressure might be what you need. A little kick in the rump.
Yeah, but some men don't like pressure.
That's
No.
some. I'm glad
See,
you put the
you're-
key word on
you're,
it.
You're a nice guy.
Oh, let me
Yeah.
blush like
But
that.
some men
So there's some
can't
girls in
handle-
DM who don't believe that.
And the same with the women. Some women don't like pressure.
It's true. This is very
So you have to
true.
be careful with that. Like a man could say, okay, you going to pressure me and marrying you? I'm out. You know what I'm saying?
Well, then
Like,
I guess it wasn't
then he
meant to
wasn't
be.
right. Right. Then he wasn't the right one.
I'm gonna cut this show down to 2 seconds.
But I'm saying, like, okay, within, say if you waited 5 years and then you start pressuring him for marriage, and then he says, nah, you can't pressure me and marrying you. That's 5 years you didn't
You
waste.
wasted. That's the thing.
Wait a minute, what's so quiet over here?
Well, I'm still trying to see how long I'm going to date someone. Because when Brittany brought into the component about the children, me personally, I have dated someone a year without even introducing my son to them. Because I'm careful who I introduce my son to. And I've dated someone for a year, and they knew nothing about my son. And then after that year, I
They
realized
knew he existed, right?
they knew he existed. Well, they knew he existed, but
never
I
met
didn't
him.
introduce.
All right.
I didn't feel
Yeah.
comfortable introducing my child to that person.
Right.
And within a year, we were no longer together. And I'm glad I made that decision because
Instincts were right on that one.
yes,
All right, well,
yes.
And you know, really, it can go. I understand it. I really do understand about waiting to introduce your child to that person. But I feel like at some point, I want my child to know who I'm dating. I want them to
Right.
get used to that person as well. So waiting a year,
Might be a bit much.
for me.
Yeah.
to me, a year is not,
For
not that
me,
long. It just depends on
That's
situation.
a bit much.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 months. You know,
3
4 months.
months.
There can
I-
be some
and
variables
I
in there
know-
that changes
And
it for
then it
everybody.
I'm not
depends
saying
on
that
how
they
many
have-
people you dating.
Yeah,
You know, because if you've had 18 different Uncle such and suches that
Yeah.
you've introduced, and
Yeah.
then when it didn't work out, it was out no Uncle
You're
such and such
juggling,
around
huh?
no more. You know, so
You don't want a kid to bring the
And
wrong
see-
name
and,
up.
And see, that's the thing. I
Exposure.
have a 13-year-old, and my son knows no one besides his father.
Yeah, that's a problem.
He knows
no,
no
it
one.
works for
not-
you,
I
though.
mean, yeah,
we want the
right.
because
situations
in
that
that
work for the
sense,
people.
you're the one who's prolonging
Yeah.
any potential engagements.
But
Because
are
if
you
you're
do-
already waiting a
but-
year to introduce the kids, you already know that you ain't getting married in a year. Because the last thing you want to do is be
Yeah.
getting married. You know, after a year, your son's like, "Who's this? I ain't even met him yet."
Because my thing is, if I'm dating someone, when I introduce my child to that person, we're gonna have to date at least another 6 months to a year once I introduced my child, and I got to see how their interaction is.
So your minimum is 2 years.
Minimum 2 years.
Oh, man.
Minimum 2 years for what?
To waiting for you said the proposal, right?
So
Yeah.
there's no need of anybody proposing to you
So are you saying you give him 2 years?
in under 2 years. There's no need anybody proposing to
2
Tori
years is
under
the
2 years.
minimum.
It's the minimum.
We got to play the long
She ain't
game.
accepting it.
Okay.
If we ain't hit that
So
2 years
say,
yet.
long
so say if
game.
this
That's
guy
fine.
is like the guy, like he is the one, and after that 2 year,
Cause what if he's like, man, you playing games.
he was gone.
man, you playing
Yo,
games.
like,
Yeah.
we got to see what we want to do with this contract because you had 2 years.
I don't know. So okay, back to the question: like, how long would you wait?
I don't want to wait. This is where I come in with that proverbial mop thing I talked about. I teased that earlier. I learned that on some media thing before. But I don't know if that whole get married is really for everybody. Who says it really is for everybody? I don't know anything that's for everybody, except for maybe eating and oxygen and putting gas in the car from time to time. That's about it.
A man.
No, if it's not for you, don't do it. As a
Yeah.
photographer, we talked about this off camera and enjoying photos with some random ladies who were paid for services. It's all in the up and up government. Maybe, just maybe, I mean, if we were dating, or we'll go over here, if we were in our 2 year thing, I don't know if you want me sitting up here doing these photos of ladies and things like that. Maybe I should just stay single if that's the lifestyle I want to have. And then be out running the streets all time tonight.
That's
which
an
is-
honest thing to say.
That's where I get my power
Yeah.
from, the streets. So maybe.
Some people
It's just not
like
for
that
everybody.
life. Like some people love the single life.
Yeah.
Me, I want somebody that I can come home to. I can hold and say, "Hey, I'm leaving for
Just
work."
share your life.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yes, you can do that
Yeah.
by shacking up.
Yeah. Well,
and
I'm
we're
okay
gonna
with.
get into that.
I'm okay with flipping my life upside down every few months.
I mean, you know what I'm
Simpsons
saying? I mean, that could happen, but we
Different
would
strokes,
focus
different
on
folks.
putting a ring on it. But I feel like if we could live together, then we should be able to go ahead and stamp it and go ahead and make it official.
But that's one of those
official.
things you shouldn't get the privilege of being able to have without giving something. Because life, period, is about give and take. So you shouldn't, at that point, that is someone giving you an inch and you take them out. I mean, they're giving you this comfort and opening up their home to you,
Yeah.
their bed to you, and their life to you. You take a mile when you done ran with that for 3 years. And y'all just doing the same routine.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is at that point. It's just a routine. We're putting on a show every day. We're waking up, putting on a show.
Like,
I
I
might as
can't-
well be Tyler Perry.
Like I can't even kick you out if I want to. 'Cause at
Right.
that point, we still have to go through
Yeah.
legal.
Right. You done
You
been here
know.
long enough, you're a squatter. Like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know.
you're squad.
So really,
Don't feel like
we're-
moving out the appliances. They're heavy, so just get lazy. But I got an answer for your question, though. It kind of depends on the people. Hopefully, you communicate a lot. Communication's key.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I hear from everybody with sense. You need to go ahead and be upfront with this stuff and talk about it with
That's
your
the
partner.
biggest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know a serious answer was coming. I feel like getting off the show
So
now.
how long would it take for you?
For me,
I mean, like
Still my answer
years.
random.
if we are in a relationship, I feel like my max is 2-3 years.
So
2-3 years, and we are not heading towards something.
yeah, because when you're talking like 7, 10, and we still not married, I'm like, dude,
Come on.
But maybe that
you're
marriage.
wasting my time. Like,
Hold
are we
on.
gonna do this or what?
Are we putting too much weight on being legally married? Because I mean, Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn, they never tied it up, and
Look at the
they
man.
seem
Look at the
happy.
man.
I guess look, for me, because my parents
Realist. I'm a realist.
because my parents are old school, and I guess looking at
Mm-hmm.
the Bible standpoint, you know, supposed to make it official. So looking at it at that standpoint, that's where I'm coming
And
from.
you had a great example. See, my background, I didn't have that example. As a matter of fact, I can't tell you anybody in my family that ever stayed together longer than 2 years.
So that's where your 2 years come in at.
That's the magic number.
We just had therapy.
I'm just like, and then the
Breakthrough.
examples that I've had, if you stayed in the marriage, it wasn't a good marriage. It was abusive. So I guess that is one of my fears too, because I haven't had really good examples.
So you want to make sure
Yeah. I wanna
that
make
it's
sure.
right.
Yeah, I want to make sure.
Because the things that you've seen.
Yeah.
All right,
And
so
I think that's the biggest factor for me because I've seen so many. I haven't had any good examples.
Give it a test drive. I'm all right with that.
You gotta start by being
Yeah.
the example then.
Yeah.
you can't give up though, because you know what someone else went through. Don't
Yeah.
think it's going to happen to you. You know what I'm saying? Your blessing could be passing you by because you so
'Cause you-
afraid to
right.
get out there.
Yeah,
With
that'd be
them
a
2
cop out
years.
if you say, well,
So,
the family before had to go this way, so it's gonna happen to me. No, don't say that.
all right, guys. So let's go to the next topic for tonight. Is how do you ask someone out on a date in 2019? Like 2019 is like a totally different ball game.
Yeah, you just go straight to the DMs and send nude pics, right?
What are you doing tonight? I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's not.
It is a lost art.
It's not about getting on the phone and talking to someone for hours and falling asleep on the phone
Yeah.
and all.
I
Like
miss those days.
My phone
it's
plan's
totally
got limited minutes, so I can't be burning them all kind of way. You know? Unlimited texts, so that's why the text
So
is
with
coming
that
out.
being said, how do you ask someone out on a date?
Yeah.
Oh,
How do
boy.
you do it?
I came to the ladies and the experts for advice. Well, you want to know how I do these?
How do you do it?
How I do these things? Just try to be nice with the girls, and hopefully they'll take mercy on me. I'm just gonna
When
hat
you
in the
say
hand,
nice,
please.
what do you mean?
I just say, please, ma'am, please take pity.
hell,
Shaking
no.
this cup right here like this.
They
Can we
gonna-
talk some
They
talk-
gonna say no.
This is why I fail so much. Can we bring up why my cup is like this and y'all got the nice teacups? The delicious drink in it.
We have tea, but Jaeger wanted to bring his water for his
I got the flavor water from Walmart.
Jaeger shots.
Yeah. That logo just conveniently just keeps moving around. Somebody's gonna be like, he's got a big cup to compensate. It's because I am out of shape and obese. I want to compensate for hunger and thirst because it's really nerve-wracking sitting out here.
So guys, how do you ask one out in 2019? Like Jaeger, I know that's not your line. Or do you, if that is your line,
There's a tinge of a shame in there.
Or is that your way of telling us that you don't ask people out on dates?
No. I will ask. I don't really say dates though. It's more like
But see,
hangout
that's a
sessions.
problem
We'll
now.
hang out.
That's a
Yeah, people
problem.
don't date anymore. They don't date any.
I don't call us hanging out
No.
a date.
Well, dates can put some unrealistic expectations on things that you did not have time to communicate beforehand. So, like
Maybe.
some people might think, hey, I paid for this dinner. I better get something out of this. And it's like, that's not how it works. So, well, maybe it does for you ladies. But I know that's not how it works.
There
so.
are people that think that way.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I always look for a way to break the ice. This is the real answer. You only get one real answer every 20 minutes with me. We try to broker a deal like a drug dealer. We got to try to find out what are we both probably going to be able to talk about. Like the weather is still a good starter. Believe it or not, it's a classic for a reason. You're looking at me like you're not buying this at all.
I'm like,
You want to see me in action? We've had
Yes.
spring, summer, and fall in the same week. See?
You made her
And we're
giggle.
It's real subtle, folks.
So that's how you would kick off a conversation with someone.
It might not be weather, but yeah, we'll find something to talk
You'll
about.
find a reason to make her.
Well, I'm walking around with a cup with my
How-
name on it.
But how
Yeah.
would you ask? Well, not really ask, because
Oh, some people don't have to ask.
like ladies, most of the time ladies don't ask. But it's
don't
2019. A lot of ladies
Now we're gonna
ask
drop
the
some
guys.
hints.
Yeah.
We're gonna drop
Yeah,
some
some of
hints.
y'all sense might be too
But
subtle.
how? Okay,
too.
well I'll reverse
I
the
don't know
question.
about that.
How would you like to be approached in 2019? Hey, mama.
Hey, girl.
That's definitely. I'ma keep
Hey,
walking.
girl.
Hey, little mama.
Honk the horn.
Just please,
And
my
don't even get out
pet
the car.
peeve is. Oh, yo, shorty.
They still do that?
Yes.
Ooh, boy, it just got hotter in here for some reason.
that horn honking.
And I keep right on walking.
Hey, maybe they're just testing that horn out. You had to make sure it was working
What
in case
about
you get
you,
in an
Britt?
accident.
What I would like to see in 2019 that I don't see much anymore is just genuinely asking someone to go out. Like, not just sliding in the inbox.
The DM.
Hey, beautiful.
Yeah.
That's the word. Beautiful. Beautiful is the word these days.
You know-
Oh, that's a hot topic there.
Yes.
Like, I get
Everyone
wanting
is
to-
using
About
it.
to
I get
Knock
wanting to
it
build
Sorry.
up the conversation and get there. Like, I get
Everyone
that.
is beautiful.
Yeah, I get that, but I know too many people that you've come over to somebody's house and Netflix and chill, and y'all hadn't gone on a date yet. I feel like you just skipped a whole bunch of levels. You can't be in my house chilling before we go meet in a public neutral place.
Hold on now.
You skipped a whole lot of steps.
Stop you there. It might be
Like,
cheaper,
no.
especially if I'm piggybacking on somebody else's Netflix.
True that, but that's a problem.
Beer's hot nowadays,
But that's a
ladies.
problem. It's a problem. It's a real problem, and that's something that I would like to see change in 2019.
More dating.
Because I feel like it's a
Yeah.
slippery slope, and you set up the expectation that it's enough. It's enough. It's okay for you to just skip all these other levels. You don't have to get to know me. You don't have to take me to lunch or meet me for lunch. I can pay for my own lunch, but you don't have to. We don't have to go places and get to know each other before you're coming to my house.
You
Or
say you
before-
don't?
But that's the expectation people have now.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, because I feel like that's a huge step.
Yeah.
You know, to be at somebody's house, in their quarters, in their room, you know, we're Netflixing and chilling or
Yeah.
whatever, but we ain't
Yeah.
even met up at Waffle House yet. Like, we ain't
Yeah.
even, you know.
Yeah, because I actually had a guy ask me out the end of 2018. Okay, initially,
This was recent.
Initially, we were meeting. Initially, we were meeting at Buffalo Wild Wings,
Everybody sipping.
right? So then he calls me back. We're like, well, I don't want to go to Buffalo. Well, where we're meeting? Well, I thought maybe we could buy some food and we can meet at your. No, brother, you're not coming to my house. No.
He reaching.
So I had to dab on him.
No, wait, what are
And let me tell y'all what the dab is. And I ain't talking about nothing about the Carolina Panthers. It's delete and block. That's the dab I'm talking about. So yeah.
It was
What?
just
He invited you to his house.
Well,
He's like, I got a
Tori
clean
is so
toilet.
quick to delete and block. And block.
I'm bad about that. If you don't, I'm bad
I
about
get where
that.
you're
That
coming
was the
from. I
trick.
probably
Yeah, I
wouldn't have
get it.
deleted and blocked them, but I would have
But
let
I
it be
did.
known.
I would have
simple
let
no.
him.
I
I just
did.
would have
Yeah.
let it be known.
I did.
That ain't happening.
But of course, when I said that I didn't agree with them coming to my house, of course they got deleted and blocked, and I saw them again. It was like, well, I wanted to come over. Come over for what?
They want that thing.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So when I saw him again, he made it obvious that that's why you wanted to come to the house. No.
Maybe you
I mean, you do have to put people in their place. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not that girl that you can just,
Finesse.
No.
you know what I'm
You're not
saying?
finessing
Like, you
me.
just can't say, let me come over. No,
I
dude.
like y'all's-
Let's go out on a few dates first.
I guess older school approach. That is really
Yes.
admirable. It's classy
Yes.
and everything.
Because it's so lost. It's lost, and
I
like
call it a lost art.
it's lost. It's lost.
And another thing, if I do go out on a date, which you guys mentioned before in a previous show, I always call and let somebody know where I am.
Which you should.
And if I feel like I'm uncomfortable, like, yo, could you sit in the back?
And
I've
you
had
should do
cases
that.
where someone is there and they made themselves,
know,
they're
they
sitting in the
hide.
back. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very good.
Yeah,
Do that.
So
Damn. Y'all
I
got
gotta-
to do that in 2019.
yeah, people crazy.
Stay
They are
comfortable.
crazy.
People
Yeah.
coming up missing.
Yeah, I got an earpiece in right now and a robot down the street telling me what to say. That's how shy, nervous I am.
Wow. All right, guys. Well, it's Lovers Week, and we wish all of you a happy and safe Valentine's. Make sure you with your lovers, your main chicks, not your side chicks on the side. Let's get that straight. All
Get it
right?
straight.
Forget about
Before
the side
before
chicks.
she had to dab on you.
delete and block. You know what I'm saying?
Do y'all have Valentine's plans?
No.
No?
Yeah, the house. Me, myself, and I.
Let's just go out and try to pick up somebody. Let's just all just roll out. I'm gonna come in with my
With
cup
it.
and my pickup lines. That's what I'm doing on the 14th.
But guys, thank you so much for watching Tangy Tea of Life. We want to thank our guests, Jaeger and Tori for joining us tonight, and hopefully you guys will come back and sit at the table.
Oh, well, hopefully
I'll be back.
I don't know about me. This might be the lowest rated show ever. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Hopefully y'all had fun. Thank you so much. But guys, thank you so much for watching Tangy Tea of Life. Make sure you go to our email, leave comments, and if you would like to be on the show, leave information. If you want us to talk about a hot topic, leave it right there on our email address, tangyteaoflife@gmail.com. Leave comments below, click that bell so that you can get notified when the next video arrives, and don't forget to subscribe. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.
Ah.